Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to Final Fantasy II. When we last left off, we made it to Salaman to speak with Joseph. And he wouldn't tell us where the Mithril was. Instead, he tasked us with going to the Summit Falls to saving the residents of Salaman who are being forced to work there. Now, that right there is a cave that is not in the original any versions, but like the ones based on this. That's the Arcane Labyrinth. At least that's one part of the Arcane Labyrinth. There are 3 caves to the Arcane Labyrinth, and the way it works is you have to complete all 3 caves. And then right above Poft there, you can see that little brown spot. A place opens up there, and that's where you get your reward. So, like I said, not going to be doing anything with that. Nah. I have to be really careful with my MP in the next dungeon because, well, for 2 reasons. One, there's actually an enemy. Ooh, that's pretty good. I like that. Maybe she'll get a stamina buff. Let's see. Cast Blink. I need to start working on the Blink spell for Guy for a couple of reasons. One, it is, of course, going to be super useful throughout the course of the game. I think I've already explained how the Blink spell works. If I haven't, what it does is it raises the number. It doesn't raise your evasion percentage, but it gives you additional chances to dodge additional attacks. So, if you cast a level 5 Blink spell, you can dodge 5 more attacks. Like up to the maximum of 16, which is really, really good. Especially since it's really easy to get up 99 evasion with the way I'm playing the game. Okay, yeah, this right here, I'm just gonna do this. That should be enough to kill these guys. Man, I feel like I wasted my MP. Oh well, not that big of a deal. But anyway, I want to have Guy cast Blink as much as possible to not only exercise the spell so that I will have a good Blink spell when Minmu leaves the party, but also because it will give Guy points in Spirit, points in Magic, and potentially MP, which he really needs because he's only got 10 MP at the moment. He's only got 5 Magic too. So hopefully I can get a point or 2 of all that while we're in here. So this is Summit Falls. This is the first like real dungeon of the game. But the training wheels are still kind of on. If I don't go down a path or don't go through a door, that's because it's a dead end. And I ain't got time for that. Let's see. Yeah. These soldiers are probably the beefiest enemy in this dungeon. The only thing you gotta watch out for them is they have that bow attack, and it can do quite a bit of damage. So you want to keep your HP above probably 30. Ooh, cool. So let's go ahead and just do that. Money's always good, right? Alright. Unfortunately, as soon as Guy runs out of MP, he's going to be kind of useless for the remainder of this dungeon. This is a problem that won't continue as the game goes on. But, like, at this point in the game, my casters have very few options and very little resources. So I'm having to kind of play, should I cast the spell, should I not cast the spell? In this dungeon, the only enemy really that I would say you need to use MP on are the green slimes. They're weak to ice and fire, I think. Yeah, fire and ice. They have really high defense, and it's kind of the same with pretty much all of the flan type enemies in the game. You're pretty much going to need to use magic on them. If you don't have enough magic, then run away from them. Just run. Don't even deal with them. Of course, running away from enemies has its own kind of problems. Let me see. Get that blink up. The great thing about exercising blink is it actually does help in battle. It's not just like, oh, casting a spell that's only useful in boss battles. By casting it on Furion there, he is... What is that? Somebody's banging outside with a radio. Anyway, let me see. This way. Threw me off for a second. I'm sorry. More money. More money's always great. This is actually the second time I've recorded this. The first time I recorded this, it rained really, really hard, and it was raining so hard that it drowned out my voice on the recording. And I couldn't tell because I had headphones on, but I was like, what is that? No, oh my god, that's the rain. It's pretty crazy, actually. Today we're fighting the mighty Sasquatch. Not really all that mighty. They've only got like 20 HP. The enemy HP, like, at the very beginning of the game is incredibly low for a Final Fantasy game, especially a Final Fantasy game where the maximum hit points is like 9,999. Honestly, I think every enemy in the game has a little bit in the low hit point range. Ah, balloons. These are the first enemy that we're going to run into of this family type. One of the great things about this game is, generally, if you run into one kind of enemy in a family, every additional enemy in there will more or less be weak to the same thing. So what do you think these balloons, being bomb-type enemies, are weak against? Well, if you guessed Blizzard, you're wrong. They're weak against fire and thunder. So, joke's on you. That always throws me off about this game, how the bombs are not weak to ice. Okay, so where are we at? Want to go up this way? Chunk, chunk. Such a satisfying noise. Alright, this is an eye drop, right? Yes, it is. And there's a potion up here. No, we don't need none of that. Kill that guy. These soldiers have 45 hit points, by the way. Like I said, they're the beefiest enemy that you're going to run into. And by beefy, I mean it's probably going to take you 2 attacks to kill one. Unless you get a critical. So. Potion. And over here we have a high potion. As soon as we kill these goblin guards, that is. I hope you don't mind that I'm leaving the battles in, but they take so little time that... And they're so frequent that cutting them out would be Very, very time consuming on my part. Let's see. And I don't think it would enhance the experience all that much. It'd just be me every 3 steps, like, pixelating in and pixelating out. So this is one of the major things that people hate about this game. 3 of these doors go to the same room. And people affectionately call those monster closets. I remember reading somewhere that they did that as a way to make the dungeons bigger without taking up too much more space. So what they do is they'd put a bunch of doors in an area that all led to the same room to kind of give you the illusion that the dungeon is bigger than it actually is. So let's see, and I want to save Guy's last cast of his blink for the boss battle, because the boss is a higher rank than all the rest of the enemies in here. Therefore, he'll get more experience for it. Lots of money. Nothing down there, by the way. See, I've still got 22 MP. Do I have my fire spell up to 3 or 4? I forget. 3? Okay. Thinking. Okay. The boss upcoming has 420 hit points. If I remember correctly, it's the same thing. We have to fight one of those guards that appear in Finn. Those ones I told you not to talk to. Those are the boss upcoming. So if you've got practice killing them, then, well, good for you. So this right here, I don't really get Borgen's plan here. Like, I'm going to hold your daughter in the place where we're mining the mithril. By the way, everybody in Salaman knows where this mithril is. And then, like, you do it to prevent Joseph from telling the rebels, I'm assuming, so they don't know where the mithril is, but he sends the rebels here anyway, under the, I guess, false assumption that they're just here saving slaves, but the mithril is here. I guess you could just chalk that up to Borgen being actually really incompetent, because that's actually a canon thing in the story. Borgen is incompetent. So, whatever. Alright. You know what? No. I've got plenty of MP. We're gonna do this. So I don't know. I mentioned before that like I said, I've recorded this already, so I'm having a hard time remembering what I have and haven't actually talked about. So if I have talked about the diminishing effect of multi-targeting, then I apologize. But the way it works, in later Final Fantasies, multi-targeting just splits the damage evenly among the number of targets. But in this game, the way it works is it reduces the accuracy by 50% and then reduces the damage to 1/4. So, assuming you always get 1/4 of the damage, whether you're targeting 2 people, 4 people, or 8 people, 8 targets. I mean, it's always the same. So you don't want to multi-target generally unless you're targeting against more than four or more targets, or the enemies have an elemental weakness. So. Now, that fire book you get for free. The interesting things about the books in this game is you can use them to cast the spells as a consumable. And that casts level 8 version of a spell. It doesn't do as much damage, though, because it doesn't take your intelligence into account. But if you're in a pinch, that might be a good way to do it. I'm going to give this to Furion. I'm not going to use that, like, ever. But it beats using it as a consumable. So, whack whack, chunk chunk. Alright, let's see, how am I doing on HP? I'm doing alright, I think. I think I'm doing alright. Alright, the boss is up there, north of where we're at right now, but we don't want to go over there just yet. There's one more chest to get. Oh my. Yes, attack Furion. Do it. Let me think here. 4, 16. No, I need to save all of her MP for the boss battle. Thankfully, I haven't run into those green slimes. Like I said, the Flan type enemies in this game are annoying. Ooh. Maybe I'll get some nice HP upgrades for Maria. She took quite a bit of damage there. Nah. Okay, good. That wasn't too bad. Yay, she got... Ooh, that's pretty good. Nice. That was a pretty good level up. This again? Oh, man. Seriously. Oh well. Seeing enemies like this is not really a bad thing, because as you saw, they can actually attack Maria in the back row, and that's attack people that can really do damage in the back row, like anything that's truly meaningful, are actually kind of rare in this game. So, don't bump your microphone. What's wrong with you? So having an enemy that can actually touch Maria, I don't care so much about Guy, but Maria needs the stamina. And having somebody that can actually attack her and cause meaningful damage in the back row where she can build up her stamina over the course of the game, it's pretty good. So this is the land turtle. He has 140 hit points, I believe, and he's weak against Blizzard. So, ouch. That should be a nice boost for Furion. Ba-da-ba-bum, bum, 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 ba-bum. Alright, and this is why I didn't buy a teleport spell earlier. Because you get a free one. Okay. You get a free one. And free is always better than something you have to pay for.